zoom in. Don't need to see that. Let me just check that this is all working. 1 second. Yes, it is. Hello. Right, let me just move you. Oops a daisies. Oops a daisy. Apologies for the 9-minute late start. Streaming on YouTube is never straightforward. Never, never, never. Never. It's very difficult. How are we all? Right, let me just get you settled here. Thank you guys. So, I'm going to be doing some live ASMR tonight. Because yesterday, my internet was down. And I wasn't able to stream on Twitch. And that's okay for now, Bernie. Just leave those for now, please. Yeah, I wasn't able to stream on Twitch, and I didn't get a chance to. I didn't get a chance to film anything. So I figured I would hit 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm just going to. Yeah, Bernie, I don't need those, thank you. I don't need those. Thanks. Not at the minute. It's okay. It's just a little bit, when they all come out at the same time, it just looks a little bit spammy. Like 1 every 10 minutes is fine, but it just looks a bit much when there's like 10 links all together. My house is amazing, isn't it? I am warm, hold on, I just need to fan myself. I wasn't warm earlier on, but I'm hot now. How are you? Hi, Kels. It's coming from a beach house in the future. A beach house where I'll be bringing you tingles. Let me just put that there. How has everybody's week been so far? How's your week been? I've had a pretty mixed week actually. I met a little puppy on, was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday I met a little pup. Beautiful day, sunny. My mum came back up from Bristol. And then it's been rainy and a complete washout ever since. Just finished writing. So happy to see you're streaming. Have you moved? Okay, if it's not obvious, I thought it might be obvious, but this is a green screen, hence the reason my microphone is trying to disappear here. So no, I didn't get rich all of a sudden and live in a insanely posh beach house. I am in a little room in my house with a big green screen behind me. And yeah, I want to live here too. But I have no idea where it is. It's just an image I got off Google. started a new job. Oh, what kind of job? What do you do now? Just catch up. Oh, right, you were joking. Well, there was no sarcasm or anything. I couldn't tell. Let me just move this. I wasn't entirely sure. Hey, there'll be someone out there who's like, wow, she is living somewhere really nice. Yeah, so that puppy is my brother and sister-in-law's, and the puppy is called Shire, and she is a half Cocker Spaniel, half Terrier. She's just 8 weeks old now. Had a hangover all day. Yikes. You had a hangover on Thursday? Going a bit hard last night, were you? Charlotte is living the life. Yeah. I can just head out onto my little veranda there and jump in a boat and just go across the lake. Hey, babe. A marketing internship. That's good. Hopefully it will lead to a permanent job with the company or lead to something that you want. Let me just move this. Hey Dimitri. Hello friends. The black one who just went barking so much. I don't know what you mean, Bernie. The black one? Yeah, the black one, but I didn't put any videos up of her barking. Drank 4 pints of lager and was ruined. How are you, Hugh? Did you get a little Piggly Wiggly through the post by any chance, Mortimer? Oh, it would. My Minecraft house. Wouldn't Minecraft be interesting if it was like you could have like super realistic stuff like this? That would be an insane thing to play. Sorry to hear that, Kim. Can't imagine what you're going through right now, but sending my thoughts. Just give me a second. Oh, I've just seen Chris Ramsey retweeted your tweet. One of my mods is super excited. I've just replied. it's weird seeing your name here. I'm almost expecting to see like Mortimer, Rocky Foxjaw. It's weird seeing people's real names. Oh no, that puppy I posted, Bernie, that was Poppy. So I posted a video of Shire, who was fast asleep, and then like a little picture, but the puppy that was in the pen crying, I had to put a caption up saying, "Remember when Poppy was a drama queen?" So that was actually Poppy from like 2 years ago, or actually longer than 2 years ago. Thank you for subbing, Jennifer Riley. You haven't received your pig yet? I posted the pig on Monday along with Michael's sunflower, and Michael received his sunflower on Tuesday. Technically Michael lives in the next town along from me, so it's like a 20-minute drive and you're at Michael's house, but Julia would have thought it was yours by now. Oh yeah, so Poppy, when Poppy was little, she used to be black. She had a lot of black hair, and as she's got older, she's lost her black hair and she's totally like a little brown ginger pup now. So I'm going to be doing some stuff with this for a bit, and then we can kind of decide what we're going to do later. I'm not tied to anything. Let's get rid of my chewing gum. I want to show you something. I bought some brand new slippers. Now I don't usually spend a lot of money on slippers. I usually spend £10 maximum. So these are expensive slippers for me. Now unfortunately I'm having to send them back for an exchange because they're faulty, but I just want to show you them. So it's from a company called Sheepers. Okay, I posted it, so it will arrive in a pink bag. It's like a pink and white spotty bag, but I sent it to the address that I've got. I'm not going to give your address away, don't worry, but let me just have a look what I've got. Hopefully you haven't moved or anything. Let me just have a look. Whiskey. Mortimer. I don't want to say the 522. We'll just say 522. So hopefully that's still your same place. How happy was your boyfriend yesterday? Well, let's just say he may have shed a tear when they lifted the trophy. I actually watched it with him. I don't watch football. I'm not interested in football in the slightest. I'm not interested in sports, to be honest. But I know this was a big deal. So I went downstairs and watched them lift the trophy, and it was both nice but a little bit sad that it was under the circumstances that it was, and they didn't have anyone in there. They obviously had their family and stuff, but it's it's a little bit different to doing it in a stadium full of your fans. But yeah, he was absolutely buzzing. Hey, tire brush. £10 for slippers. So, this is the company I bought the slippers from. This is not an advert. I bought these just because I wanted them. You receive a couple of leaflets. One just says "Welcome to the flock," which I've actually just realised that's the term I use on my Twitch. I say thank you for, I think I say welcome to the flock actually, but these are obviously talking about a flock of sheep. And then this is the care instructions for these slippers. So these slippers, I'm about to tell you, and some of you will probably be like, oh, is that it? I spend that on slippers all the time, but these were £35. Now I would never spend £35 on a pair of slippers, but I did. These are handmade sheepskin and sheep wool slippers, and they are so nice. I know, £35. Well, I'm usually the same, Kim. I usually only spend £10 on slippers. I would never think about spending this much money on slippers normally. But I bought a pair of slippers from Asda for £5, and they were just like little ballet style slippers, but they were destroyed within 2 weeks, and I thought I could just wear in a nice pair of slippers in the same time of like buying 7 pairs of these. So I thought I'll get these. So they are on the bottom. See, they're handmade, so they've got the size written on. So I'm a size 40, which is a 7. They actually said to get a snug size because they stretch. So they've got this like hard, I can't describe it, it's almost like a suede that's been covered in glue, so it's tough, and then it's stitched along the side, and then it's got it's so soft. This material is so soft. And then I went with rose gold. You can't really see it, but there's like a little rose gold threads in there, and then sheepskin all the way around. The sleepers are on my wish list. Oh, well, I wish I could wear these, but I'm having to exchange them. So, and then on the inside, they're like, that's just a cardboard in there. They're even more fluffy on the inside. They're like little Eskimo shoes, they remind me of. But this one is perfect, it fits me perfectly. There is a fault though, which sometimes, which sometimes happens with handmade products. So this one is quite a bit bigger than the other one, and you know when you put your foot in a shoe and you step and your foot slips out? Well, my foot slips out of this one. Doesn't this one? Does this one? But this is what the problem is. Do you all see this here? That? So what's happened is, the way they've folded the sole in at the back, it's it's sticking through and it's really hard and it's rubbing on my ankle. So I've emailed them and they said just return them and we'll send a new pair out. But I'm excited to actually get them and wear them properly. They remind me of like Frozen. Yeah, they do actually. And they are so warm and so comfortable and so soft. And they'll just get even softer as you wear them. Stick your hand in and tell me how warm it is. Hey, California. Hello, Ronnie. Just cut the nub off. Well, if I cut the nub off myself and I don't do a good enough job, then I've essentially tampered with the slipper and then can't return them. Also, this one is too big. Now, my feet aren't different sizes, maybe by a millimetre, but my feet are exactly the same size. So I know that the difference is not my feet, it's actually in the slippers. So I'd rather just return them and get a non-faulty pair sent out. You say after lockdown, as if lockdown has ended. We're still very much in lockdown in my house. Christian still works from home and my job hasn't actually begun again, so I'm still furloughed. And I did see something on Instagram actually today that in Florida's really struggling with COVID again. Just get my foot out there. She loves slippers. After lockdown, yeah. I don't think lockdown is finished for most of us. No, see, I don't want to start tampering with the slippers. The moment I tamper with the slippers is the moment I can't return them. I'd rather just return them and get a new pair. Hey, Costardin. Welcome. How tall are you? I'm just short of 5'9", and my shoe size is actually 7.5. And unfortunately, most places don't do 7.5, so I have to either squeeze my feet into a 7 or hope an 8 is a small fit. Yeah, it's very embarrassing. Most states in the US are having trouble. See, there's not a great deal of COVID news anymore. Like back in March and April, that's all that was on the news. But now it's kind of died down. Like, not COVID's died down, but the news has died down. So it's kind of, you don't really see much. But I did see something where Florida was, I don't know who the news anchor was talking to, but I think it was, I don't know who it was, but I don't know if it was like a governor or something, but they were refusing to wear a mask, and this news report was like, aren't like ICUs struggling and new cases and blah blah blah, and then this person's like saying, I'm not going to wear a mask. He thought, well, California is the worst. Florida wouldn't be struggling if people would stay at home and wear their masks. Which part of England are you from? So, my accent is the northeast of England. So, I'm not specifically from one specific area, but if you were to liken my accent to a character, if you've seen Game of Thrones, Sir Davos Seaworthy is the person who has the accent closest to me, although everyone seems to think I sound like Egret, which I don't, because she's more Yorkshire. But yes, I'm generic northeast. My entire family is from we'll say Newcastle. It's not actually in the city of Newcastle, but they're from that area. Then I was raised in a place called Durham, which has been in the news recently. Thank you, Dominic Cummings. And then I moved to a place called Teesside, which is a little bit further south, when I was 19 when I came to university. So my accent is a mixture of all these things. In the States, you might not have such a huge discrepancy in accents within an hour, but I can drive 30 minutes away from me and the accent is completely different. Like the UK has such different accents so close to each other. I'm from Orlando and can confirm Florida is in hell right now. Still in lockdown in South Wales. In Russia we have the same meme for native chamomile. People don't believe COVID is real or a threat. It's a little bit baffling. I don't believe that anyone can't think it's real. I don't understand anyone who at this point doesn't think that COVID is real. Like, that's like saying the flu's not real. Like, it's a virus. It's a virus. The viruses aren't mythical creatures. We get viruses all year round. People die of the flu, and then all of a sudden we have a one that's worse, and then people are like, no, it's not real. And it's like, no, it is. It's real. But yes, tomorrow, the 24th of July, is the very first day that the United Kingdom are enforcing mask wearing in shops. So a lot of people have been wearing masks anyway, but as of tomorrow, you have to wear a mask in a shop, unless of course you can't for health reasons, or you need to lip read, in which case, you can ask someone in a shop to step back and remove their mask. But yeah, I've got 2 masks at home. I think I'm gonna get some more just so I can wash them. But it's a bit odd where this was announced on the 14th, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll give you 10 days. 10 days of not wearing masks, and now you have to wear them. I don't mind wearing them. What did I study? I studied media production. So I studied filming and editing at university, which is one of the reasons I have a YouTube channel, because I absolutely love filming and editing stuff. Would you say you're a Geordie? Absolutely not, no. Let's say if somebody from, I don't know, London is like, oh, where are you from? Thank you for the follow, or the sub. Then I would say I'm a Geordie, because not many people know where Teesside is. They just don't know. So it's easier. Newcastle is a well-known place. It's a very large city up here. But do I consider myself a Geordie? No. absolutely not. I've not lived in Tyneside, which is the area. I've not lived in Tyneside since I was 4. I moved out of Tyneside to County Durham when I was 4. Then I moved from County Durham to Middlesbrough when I was 19. Durham's lovely, I love Durham. £100 fine, is it? I didn't know. I'm gonna have to keep my mask in my car though, because I went out I think it was like 4 days ago. I went out and I just popped to Aldi thinking my mask was in my car. I got to Aldi and I didn't have my mask. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to have it there for when it becomes compulsory. No, it's not my real house, it's a green screen. Like, just so you can all understand it, there you go. It's just a green screen. I've just got my green screen exceptionally well lit, so it's very clear. To be honest, I've never heard of Adobe Spark. But yeah, try not to be a perfectionist when editing. It's just pointless. I've never been to Ireland, no. I would like to go one day. There's a lot of places in the UK I'd like to go. I'd love to go to the Isle of Wight, Ireland, the Highlands of Scotland. The government's arguments against them are disingenuous. Hold on, what? The government's arguments against masks? Which government is arguing against wearing them? Because our government have told us we have to wear them, so they're not making arguments as to why we shouldn't wear them, they're making arguments as to why we should wear them. Which government is arguing against masks? I moved from Newcastle to Durham too, but I consider myself a Geordie. No, I'm not. I wouldn't really consider myself anything, to be honest. I certainly wouldn't consider myself a smoggy. I would not consider myself... There's not really a term used for people from Durham. I call them pit yackers. I don't know if that's an official term. The reason I call them pit yackers is because Durham is made up of an exceptionally large amount of pit villages. My mum currently lives in a pit village. I grew up actually in a quarry street. Wasn't even a village. I grew up in a single street in the middle of nowhere on top of a hill. But the Durham, they pronounce it Durham. I definitely do not have a Durham accent at all. I have a blend of all three, which is kind of dulled down a little bit since I've started YouTube. I have spent so long trying to enunciate things clearly and speak almost with a little less accent that this has now become my accent. Let's say if I was having a conversation with a friend, I'd probably be a bit more Geordie. When I get angry, I'm Geordie. But yeah, my accents, thank you for the sub, my accent's changed a lot. Hey Texas, how you doing? I'm Spanish from the Canary Islands and lived 5 years in Newcastle. Went to Durham. Durham is a beautiful, beautiful city. If you're ever in the northeast and you go to Newcastle, I would highly recommend going to County Durham or the city of Durham. It is a very beautiful old city, and if you're a fan of Harry Potter, of course you can go to Durham Cathedral, where parts of Harry Potter were filmed. Thank you for the sub. The German government argued against masks at first. Now they have changed. Oh, okay. I'm from Reading. Yeah, I know where. Well, I don't know the exact place of Reading, but I know what Reading is. Reading, northeast. So I would say the north. I would say north is Manchester and above. I would say anything south of Manchester is Midlands, and then I don't really know where. Maybe Luton is the end of the Midlands and the beginning of the south. But I would say maybe between Luton and Manchester is the Midlands, and then Manchester up to like Berwick is obviously the north, and then you hit Scotland. Thank you, the dots. I can attest your accent changes when you're hungry. Yes, when I get mad, I get Geordie, which is very strange. But I think that's because my mum's still very much a Geordie. I'm from Middlesbrough. Durham's really cute. Yeah, Durham's lovely. Although shopping in Durham used to be utter shite. It may still be utter shite because I would never go shopping in Durham. But I remember going to Teesside University, and I remember going to Middlesbrough town centre to shop, and I was in heaven. I was like, all of the shops are so close together and they've got so many. Durham is not like that. So yeah, I was very pleased with Middlesbrough shopping. It's pretty good shopping actually, Middlesbrough. Durham is a little bit more, how do I say it, boutique-y. Durham has quite a large population of university students who have a little bit more money to spend. Durham University is quite prestigious, so the students who are there usually have a bit of money. Therefore, a lot of the shopping in Durham city centre is catered towards these somewhat wealthy students or their wealthy parents. I was not that wealthy child. I was exceptionally familiar with the inside of Bernardo's, Oxfam. They were my shops. Yeah. I worry. I guess if you look at your leader's opinion on the mask situation and the virus, their opinion on the virus, and then you look at how your country is doing, is a good reflection whether you're in a decent situation or not. I honestly don't understand the problem. Just wear a mask. Just stick it on your face. Like, what's the harm? There is no harm. Just stick a mask on when you're going to shop. That's it. I just don't get the people who are so against this. And then it's like, oh, they're trying to control us. And I'm like, no, they're trying to control a virus. This is not going to be forever. Once the virus is gone, you stop wearing a mask. Winter comes along and oh my god, the flu season, people will start wearing masks again in flu season. Like, we obviously haven't seen the end of masks, but I reckon this mask thing is now here to stay. You know how mask wearing was already quite high in China and Japan, and we almost viewed it as something a little bit strange. I think that will be commonplace now in the West. You know, you get to winter, you get flu, or you're in flu season, on goes a mask when you go out. How many puppies is too many puppies? One. One's enough for me, Nathan. I'm not getting another puppy. No way. What did you study at Teesside, Tom? Hello, Feather. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Ronnie might know how to pronounce your name. Gwinola? Am I like granola? Gwinola? Am I close? Hello, Artemisa. I used to love the Woolworths in Durham. Oh, Woolies. I remember Woolies, I always used to go in there for pick and mix. Yeah, there are situations where a mask is difficult to wear. However, wearing a mask and protecting yourself from other people and struggling to breathe a little bit, I'm guessing is much better than actually getting the virus. Like, I am not in any kind of risk group, I don't believe. I've got pretty good lung function. I would consider myself quite healthy. But still, you just never know. You never know. So I don't even want to risk it. Just got COVID. And I'm in the hospital on oxygen. People don't realise how easy it is. Hey Lizzie. Yeah, so your sister, 29-year-old, not in the at-risk age group and still had to go in hospital. My mum's neighbour, he's early 50s and he was on a ventilator. He had it from really early on, and he's got permanent lung damage now because he just couldn't get over it. Hey Canada. I have a 9-month-old Rottie Doberman called Trooper. I can imagine that's a handful. What's your opinion on RP accent? There are so many different accents. Very understated and uncommon. So RP, or received pronunciation, is if I were to pick two people who have RP, I would say the Queen, although she's very specific, her accent. Philip and I, Philip, I love the way she says it. Trevor McDonald. RP is, I think it's a kind of dying accent. I don't think many people have RP anymore. It's very easy to understand. They pronounce everything very well. But I think RP will eventually kind of die out into something else. If you listen to the way that William speaks, William and Harry, they have started to get their own little ways of talking. Sorry, my dinner's just repeating on me. I had salmon and pasta, and it just doesn't feel amazing on my stomach. I studied performance and events production. I studied media production in uni. Hello, Oscar. Yes, I know you. How are you, Oscar? Have I ever visited Cyprus? I think so. I think I've been to Cyprus once. Got a notification